Okay, this video is on factoring polynomials. It is the second part of lesson 9-2, page 500. It will cover examples 2 and 3. We're going to start with example 2 where it's factoring out a term. We need to look for the GCF. Hopefully you remember that the GCF is the greatest common factor. When you're looking for the greatest common factor, it's helpful to list prime factors. Remember, prime numbers are numbers with two factors, 1 and itself. Okay? So if we look at this example here, we have 5v to the 5th plus 10v to the 3rd. This example I'm actually going to come back to because it deals with factoring out a monomial. We're going to skip to 3t squared minus 18. So we're looking at the coefficient 3 and the coefficient 18. What would be the greatest common factor between 3 and 18? Guess what? 3 falls into our prime category, so I can't use a number larger than 3. And 3 will go into 18. So I'm going to reverse the distributive property. So I'm going to factor out a 3, which means I'm going to divide each coefficient by 3. So 3t squared divided by t, or by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, which I don't need to write, so it's just t squared minus, what's 18 divided by 3? 6. So it's 3 times the quantity, t squared minus 6. And if I would go back and distribute through, I would end up where I started. Okay? Let's try one more. Actually, let's go on. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to come back up to the others. Let's factor out a monomial. We're going to reverse the distributive property. All of these are going to be the same when it's going to be like factoring out a monomial because we're going to factor out more than just a number. So when we look at 5v to the 5th plus 10v cubed, I have 5 with 5 v's, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 10 with 3 v's. Well, if we look at this, if I have 3 v's over here and I have 3 v's over here, couldn't I take out a v cubed? Exactly, because I can take 3 from each side. In addition to the fact that I can take out a common factor between my coefficients 5 and 10. 5 falls into my prime number category, so I can't use a number higher than 5, but 5 will go into 10. So I'm going to take out a 5, and I'm going to take v cubed out. So let's look at what's left. So my 5 is gone, my v cubed is gone, so I'm left with 2 v's, which is v squared, plus, take a 5 out of 10, I'm left with 2. My v cubes are gone, so I don't have anything else. Let's do the distributive property to make sure we end up with 5v to the 5th plus 10v cubed. 5 times 1 is 5, v cubed times v squared, vv to the 5th. 5 times 2 is 10, v cubed times 1 is v cubed. So I ended up with that as well. Let's move on to 4b cubed minus 2b squared minus 6b. If it's helpful, write it out this way. 4 with 3 b's minus a 2 with 2 b's minus a 6 with 1 b. I can only take out 1 b because that's the most that I can take from 6, and so that's the most that I can take from each of the others. So I know I'm going to take out a b. Then I look at my coefficients. I have a 4, I have a 2, and I have a 6. 2 is a prime number, the highest I can take, and they're all even, so 2 will go into it. So it's going to be 2b, that's the monomial I'm going to pull out. 4 divided by 2 would be 2. How many b's are left over? 2, so it's b squared minus 2 divided by 2 is 1. I don't need to write that. Take away a b, I'm left with 1. Minus 6 divided by 2 is 3. And I took out that b, so I'm left with nothing, or 1 b, just 1 itself. So I have the quantity, or 2b times the quantity 2b squared minus b minus 3. Let's double check. 2 times 2 is 4, b times b squared is b cubed. 2 times 1 is 2, b times b is b squared. 2 times 3 is 6, b times 1 is b. Okay? Do one more, and then I'll let you do the last two as examples you can show me when you're done. 8x squared minus 12x. I can take an x out of both and a factor between 8 and 12. They're both even. Can I take something more than just 2? I can take 4. So if I take out a 4x, what am I left with? Well, 8 divided by 4 is 2. And an x, take out x squared, take out an x is x minus. 12 divided by 4 is 3, and I have an x to remove. Double check yourself. 4 times 2 is 8, x times x is x squared, minus 4 times 3 is 12, and x times 1 is x. You try 5d to the third plus 10d, and 6m cubed minus 12m squared minus 24m, and let me see that when you're done.